The Asian koel is one of the most recognizable birds in South Asia, not because of its appearance, but because of its voice. Every summer morning, its loud, echoing call fills villages, cities, and forests alike. This sound is so deeply connected with seasonal change that many cultures consider it the true announcement of summer. But behind this beautiful call lies a survival-driven purpose. The male koel sings not for beauty, but to claim territory and attract females. The call also creates distraction, masking the movements of the female koel during egg laying. What sounds like poetry to humans is in reality a carefully evolved biological tool. The koel's voice is not music, it is strategy, timing, and survival combined into sound. At first glance, the Asian koel looks elegant and harmless, but its appearance hides one of the most unusual survival strategies in the bird world. The male koel is glossy black with piercing red eyes, while the female is brown and heavily patterned, allowing her to blend perfectly into tree canopies. This difference is not decoration, it is survival design. The female's camouflage helps her move unnoticed when approaching other birds' nests. Unlike many birds, koels do not build their own nests. Their entire identity is shaped around secrecy, timing, and disguise. What humans see as beauty is actually biological invisibility. The koel's colors, movements, and silence at critical moments all serve one purpose: remaining unseen until the job is done. In nature, survival does not always favor strength. Sometimes it favors those who are hardest to notice. The most controversial truth about the Asian koel is its reproductive strategy, known as brood parasitism. Instead of raising its own young, the koel lays its eggs in the nests of other birds, most commonly crows. Timing is everything. The female koel waits for the exact moment when the host bird is distracted. She lays her egg in seconds and disappears. Once the koel chick hatches, it instinctively competes for food, often receiving more care than the host's own chicks. This is not cruelty, it is evolution at work. Over thousands of years, koels have refined this strategy to perfection. Survival here is not about parenting, but about probability. By outsourcing care, the koel ensures its genes continue without exposing itself to the risks of raising young. In nature, morality does not exist, only results do. When a koel chick hatches inside a crow's nest, it enters a world that is not meant for it, yet it is perfectly prepared. The chick grows faster, begs louder, and instinctively dominates feeding time. The foster parents respond not to identity, but to urgency. This behavior is not learned, it is programmed. The koel chick does not know deception, but it benefits from it. Its survival depends on outcompeting others without understanding why. This reveals a harsh truth about nature. Intention is irrelevant, only behavior matters. The koel chick survives not because it is evil, but because it is effective. In the wild, success is measured by continuation, and the koel story proves that survival often rewards efficiency over fairness. The koel's song is not just a call of beauty, it is a carefully timed biological signal. The male koel sings loudly and repeatedly during the breeding season, often drawing attention from humans and birds alike. This constant calling serves multiple purposes at once. It announces territory, attracts females, and most importantly, creates distraction. While other birds focus on the loud singer, the female koel moves silently through the trees. Her mission is precise and risky, finding the right nest at the right moment. The song becomes a cover, masking movement and intent. What sounds like romance is actually coordination. The koel's voice controls space, attention, and timing. In nature, sound is power, and the koel uses sound not to entertain the forest, but to manipulate it in order to survive. For centuries, the Asian koel has held a special place in human culture. In poetry and folklore, its song represents love, longing, and seasonal change. Yet science tells a more complex story. Humans judge the koel by sound, not by behavior. This emotional connection has protected the koel in many regions, while also hiding its true ecological role. The koel is neither hero nor villain. It is a product of evolution responding to environmental pressure. Myths simplify nature, but reality is layered. The koel does not sing for humans, nor does it act with moral intention.
it follows biological programming refined over generations. Understanding this difference is crucial. When humans project emotions onto animals, they miss the deeper truth. Nature does not operate on values, but on systems. The Koel reminds us that beauty and survival can coexist without meaning to us at all. Despite its deceptive strategy, the Koel plays an important role in the ecosystem. By targeting common host species like crows, it indirectly influences population balance. The presence of brood parasites forces host birds to become more alert, selective, and adaptive. This evolutionary pressure strengthens ecosystems over time. The Koel is not breaking the system, it is part of it. Nature evolves through conflict, not harmony. Each strategy pushes another to respond. Remove one piece and the balance shifts. The Koel's survival method has existed for thousands of years because it works within ecological limits. It does not destroy its hosts, it challenges them. In this way, the Koel becomes a silent regulator of behavior and adaptation. Its existence proves that even uncomfortable strategies can contribute to long-term stability in nature. As cities expand and forests shrink, the Asian Koel faces a world very different from the one it evolved in. Urban noise interferes with its calls, artificial lights disrupt natural rhythms, and tree loss reduces nesting opportunities for host birds. Yet the Koel adapts. It now sings from electric poles, feeds in city parks, and times its calls around human activity. This flexibility is not intelligence in the human sense, but biological resilience. However, adaptation has limits. Pollution, pesticide use, and declining bird diversity quietly threaten the Koel's future. Its survival depends not only on its own strategies, but on the health of entire ecosystems. The Koel's presence in cities is a reminder: wildlife does not disappear suddenly. It fades when systems collapse. Protecting nature is not about saving one species, but preserving the networks that allow survival to continue. The Asian Koel challenges how humans define right and wrong in nature. Its song is beautiful, its behavior unsettling, and its survival strategy misunderstood. Yet the Koel is not an exception, it is a lesson. Nature does not reward kindness or punish deception, it rewards what works. The Koel survives because its system fits within the larger system of life. Understanding this changes how we see wildlife. Instead of judging animals by human morals, we begin to see ecosystems as dynamic networks shaped by pressure and response. The Koel reminds us that beauty can hide complexity, and simplicity can hide strategy. In the end, the Koel asks us a quiet question: are we observers of nature or participants responsible for its future?
If you made it this far, you now understand something most people never notice. The Koel is not cruel. It is not clever out of choice. It is simply surviving, perfectly adapted to the rules of nature. Nature does not reward emotions. It rewards strategy, timing, and efficiency. And the Koel proves that survival does not always look gentle, but it is always precise. If this video changed the way you see birds and nature, then you belong here. Subscribe to Animal Species World for real wildlife stories, not myths, not cartoons, but the truth of nature as it truly is. Because once you understand nature, you will never see life the same way again.